Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing School Management Simulation No Pineapple Left Behind. This is a parody of the education system in the United States. What you do is you're the principal of a school, and you try to get your students to have good grades, which gives your school funding over time. There's two types of students. You have humans that have personal and social traits that affect their grades, and they also have little daily quests that they try to fulfill. Or you have pineapples who are just there to take tests and earn grades, and they're all assigned a number, which is a pretty good metaphor for how school districts view individual students as just a number with a test score attached rather than actual individuals. So, game features a number of scenarios that take place on this map. The scenarios are actually pretty frustrating for various reasons. A couple of the ones on here. This kid gets teased, so you can't have any tease traits for him at the end of the day, but he always gets teased right before he hits the bus, and I've yet to pass it, to be quite honest, and you can't skip levels in here. I would have liked to have seen some sort of mechanic where you could skip a level even if you fail it. Kind of like get a waiver signed by your parents or something to skip on to the next grade. I thought that would have been a missed opportunity there that they could have taken advantage of. So what I'm going to do, this one is another annoying one. This bus is always late, so half your students fail first period, which is annoying as heck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sandbox mode in one of the earlier schools, just to kind of show off the mechanics. The mechanics basically stay the same all the time. They just give you some very tedious or annoying objective to fulfill in each of the scenarios. I would like to have more open opportunities there. So we're going to do sandbox mode in this particular school here. So let's go achieve. Alright, let's pause it while we get set up here. So step one is to hire some teachers. In this school, I only have English and math. There's also additional subject areas in larger schools. Each of these people have an initial energy level, which is used for, and I got some pretty crappy teachers, basically casting spells, as you'll see. So here's my teachers. So each teacher has an energy level, which they use to change spells. That's their lessons for the day. So I'm going to upgrade it to memorizer. You can see each one has a percentage chance success and a percentage chance to fail, and it affects the humanity and the grades of each of the student that's in the classroom. As the humanity goes down, they are more likely to turn into pineapples, which is actually what you want. You want to have all pineapples, with a couple of exceptions that I'll show when I go through the students. And then if they fail, their humanity goes up and the grades go down, which is bad. So I'm going to put this guy on memorizer and this person as well, the math teacher. Each time that they cast a spell, they use energy. So you can see this costs 10 energy. And with 2 periods, they're going to lose 20 energy today. And the way that you replenish their energy is by teacher pay, which is pretty interesting. So let me think if I can do math here. So they'll be down to 78, so they need to gain 22. So they need to get paid 220. At least that person to get full of their energy. Once you're 80 or above, you have a 100% chance to get these spells going, which is good. Over time, they'll gain experience points, which they can use to unlock other spells. You also have these lasers, which affect particular students. For example, you can lower somebody's humanity. You can end a friendship to improve their grades. You can remove a tease trait, which is the one that's used in that other scenario I was talking about earlier. So, there go our teachers. Interface is a little odd. You can... Let's take a look at our students. Here's all of our pineapples. So you can see their grades and then their humanity rating there. And that's all they have. Is all that matters with them are grades, just like real life. However, if you have any of the people has a bunch of personality traits, you can see this positively affects their grade, that they're confident. And then every time they have a friend, it actually negatively affects their grades. So their net is -4. And you can see each person is different. Most of the time, they are negative. So you do want them to turn into pineapples, except this person actually has a positive net gain from being human. So this is like the one person I would want to have stay human. Everyone else can just turn into pineapples. Only if their attributes are beneficial to their educational learning, then can they stay human. You see the pineapples sit attentively in their classroom, and all the human students are wandering the hallways. Depending on the scenario, you have a bunch of different periods each day, and people switch classes and stuff like that. And you can look up a person's schedule and see when they're going to be in each classroom, so you can kind of plan when to use your lasers on specific students that you want to, improve their grades and stuff like that. So we're just waiting for school to begin. You can also hire vice principals that'll go around and hack students' brains to make them show up to class on time. I found that most of the time students will actually go to class on time, with a couple of exceptions. They fail if they're tardy. You also have to worry about the budget. Budget is based on the school grade, number of students you have by the grade. So I'm going to lose a massive amount of money if I don't improve from this F. And then you can also get parent phone calls, which are basically little missions that you do to try to gain points, basically. Alright, so let's speed up time to normal pace here. Get to your classroom. We'll watch this first lesson, see how it goes. Volleyball. Double success. I'm already up to a C-, which is good. So pretty successful there. Everybody's going to switch classes. Actually, everybody's going to lunch. They have a class after lunch. So pretty good. 82 and 88% success is pretty good as well. I do want to unlock that. You can see that has a much greater positive and negative effect on things when you use that one. And I can learn a new laser if I want. Let's learn this one. Actually, might have both of them do the unfriender. It's really useful in kind of motivating students a little bit. Now, it does cost energy each time you do it, but... Alright, so let's see. Go all the little nice pineapples back to their classroom. So if you just right-click on a student, it'll zap them, and then they lost a friendship, which will improve their grades. So same thing with this person. Again, you don't have to worry about pineapples. Pineapples have no friends. You can see people are teasing. And they also have these little quests per day. So it's actually pretty extensive, all the different things that are tracked for the humans. Did I have double success? I did. So my school grade is a D+, which means I don't lose any money that way. My teacher salary is going to cost me some money, but you have to start out the scenario with a ton of cash, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody gets on the bus. Then we move on to the next day. Fast forward this a little bit. There's the other bus for the last couple students. And there we go. Not too terrible. Alright, and we'll plan to see what we're doing here on day number 2. Alright, so they're pretty good. Now, they don't have enough XP for that spell right there that I want to do. So you can see there's spells, but it's kind of limited. Your strategy remains about the same each game, which is kind of why that the game throws in those weird objectives to kind of make you use different lasers and different lesson plans and stuff like that. And kind of have to experiment with the gameplay that way. But other than that, the game's actually pretty repetitive, much like teaching. On occasion. So they can do new lasers, so they don't really do it. Now, there's a couple strategies you can employ. Now, these guys do level up over time, but if you can't replenish their energy enough, you can just fire them and then replace them with somebody that, a cheaper alternative. So you could either have experienced teachers that you pay a lot of money to, or you can pay them nothing and then just once their energy level gets below a certain threshold, you just fire them and replace them with a new one, which I think is a really good commentary on the new teacher contracts, where you can be fired at any time for no reason if you're a new teacher. At least that's how it is here in Florida. So I should preface this, I am a high school teacher, teach physics and geology and computer science, so a lot of the satire here really hits home with, and there's a lot of truth to the disconnect between the classroom teacher and the district, and what the district focuses on and what the teacher focuses on in the classroom and stuff like that. So I think this is a very apt satire on the state of education in the U.S. not necessarily the best game because of the reasons talked about with the put it on regular speed with the really tough objectives you have to follow. The interface is a little limited, and you can see you can't have more than one person open at a time. You can pin them and then swap between them, but you can't like have more than one window open, which is annoying. So double success there. I'm all the way up to a D+. Yay. I don't think they have experience yet, though. I'll do a couple days on here. No, they're up to 2, so once they teach another class, they'll be up to 3. So we'll just accelerate till that happens. I might actually spend some can zap you. Zap you. Zap you. And zap all you. Got rid of all my energy, but that's alright, because it's going to get higher grades. Acoustics. You raise a good point there, Malona. Now, of course, that uses up a ton of energy, which may or may not be good now that my success rate's kind of low. Might actually change that to televisor. Did I make it in time? No. They failed. You fail. Alright, you are going to learn that, though. Alright, 53 energy is not great. You don't even have enough XP for it. Actually might fire you. You're fired. Who did I just fire? Need to hire a math teacher. 83, yeah. Here, pause that. Actually, probably should have hired him next morning because you have 83 energy. So you only need to recover 17. You need to recover a ton. Yeah, we'll just do 30. Alright, well, let's do max. I wish I made 400 bucks a day. That'd be nice. Maybe I need to go work at William Walker. Oh, no, not middle school. No, not worth it. Alright, go home, kids. So I lost 810 that day. But once the grades start going up and up and up, it gets and you keep turning your kids into more and more pineapples, and your grades go up pretty significantly. Alright, let's adjust the lesson plans for the day. I only got 100%. That's perfect. 100%. I like it. Alright, so what are you going to do? You're going to do 20. So we need to pay you 200 a day. You're going to use up 30, though, so you need 30 energy. And I'm not even going to waste money on the... or energy on the lasers. I'll give you 30 energy. Alright, so we're all set for the school day. And basically the other schools just add more subjects and more rooms. We're up to a C, which is good. For my 3rd day on the job. A lot of bullying going on there in the cafeteria. Ooh, -2 grades. Do you have a crush? -16. Success, success. Bring down that humanity. Eventually they're going to start turning into pineapples. No, they're actually pretty far. They're 56. You have to be like, I think, 25. I'm starting to lose less money. So that's good. Thursday. -10 in English, -15 in math. Confident, but depressed. That's why their grades are higher in English. They're expressive. Alright, let's see how today goes. Success, success. Very good. We're actually kind of pretty much set. Oh, you can finally remember that. And that's 10. 10 also. That's even better. It's really good. Although when it fails, it goes down a bunch. So 93% is good. So I'm pretty much set here. So the grades will keep kind of going up. I'll lose a little. I'm bleeding a little bit of money because of the salary. But you're basically set here. And next morning, Friday. Now, the teachers do recover a lot of energy over the weekend, so you can actually cut their salary. Pretty good, which is actually what I'm going to do. And I'll show you what happens on the weekday. And that's basically it. That's the game. Like I said, as a classroom teacher, the satire in here is spot on for a lot of things. So from that perspective, it's a very effective game. The game itself, though, could use some improvements. I wish you had the ability to skip scenarios and move on to the next map if you fail something. The game is pretty repetitive in the game mechanics. Once you kind of find a good, balance of the spells and the budget that you have nailed, and then, hiring or not hiring new teachers, you can just basically put it on auto. So I earned $200. Basically, put it on autopilot for the next couple times there. Okay, let's see what happened. Yep, see they're at 87 and 100 energy, so I didn't have to do anything for the weekend. So let's do third. Okay, so we're gonna go down to 67. I really would like you to go up to 100. So 30. I might just max your pay for one day. You're all right though. So you're just gonna go down 20, so we'll give you 200. There you go. Like I said, once you kind of get your pattern set, it's pretty much the same thing over again. I do like the detail that it has in these students. It has a lot of different traits and quests, which makes it pretty interesting there how it affects their grades overall. But all that stuff is really kind of under the hood. You're really concerned about trying to turn as many people as you can into Pineapple so you can make the most money, which is basically just like education in real life. So while I do really greatly appreciate the commentary that the game offers, the gameplay is a bit too repetitive, and the objectives are kind of too frustrating to kind of really give this a really wide appeal as a management simulation. And that's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.